Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. Now, as you guys can see, I am back in the war wagon and a walking example of why you wear sunscreen, because you never know when you're going to be on the internet looking like you have raccoon eyes. Anyway, we're here. Let's deal with it, because we've got some freedom to talk about. Everything that we're about to discuss is linked in the description box per usual, but Alec Baldwin, anti-gun activist Alec Baldwin, of all people, may have just laid the groundwork to defeat the ATF's pistol brace rule because he just got a win in court about an hour ago. Like I said, everything will be linked in the description box below, and if you are new or returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We would need every single one of you guys to get into the fold with us to pass the blessing on to the next generation, and thank you so much in advance for your consideration. And the content today is brought to you by LAS Concealment. Now, if you're looking for a new holster for your favorite freedom tool, LAS Concealment's worth a look. Everything is made out of Kydex. They are form-fitted to each individual pew-pew. They are snug and secure. They have multiple designs, and they've been tested by the world's most elite special forces. Not to mention the fact they have inside and the outside waistband holsters. They have something for everybody. Check them out. There's a link in the description box below, and thank you so much to LAS Concealment for making this content possible. But my brothers and sisters, I'm going to harken you back with a video that is linked down in the description box if you want to catch up. But Alec Baldwin, last week, he filed a motion in his case where he is facing criminal charges, and he said that he could not be held responsible to a gun law because the gun law was passed after the incident occurred, because the prosecutors charged him with something that was not a law at the time. Now, in that video, we hit really heavily on the fact that that sounds a lot like the ATF pistol brace rule, where you are now a felon if you violate the rule after you've already been in a green light zone for the exact same offense. There's a lot of crossover here, but listen to the developments, because it turns out that unconstitutionality matters even when you're an Alec Baldwin anti-gun activist. Check this out. DA drops gun enhancement charge against Alec Baldwin in Rust shooting. The crime went into existence after the shooting took place. What I think they meant to say was the law went into existence, just so you know, just to be clear. But everything's linked if you want to dive in it deeper. Check this out. It's in New Mexico. The Santa Fe District Attorney's Office announced Monday, today, it is dropping the gun enhancement charge, a crime that would have carried a 5-year sentence if convicted, against Alec Baldwin in the fatal shooting of cinematographer Halna Hutchins on the set of Rust in October 2021. Remember, he said it was unconstitutional. This gun law could not be applied because it would be a retroactive implementation of a law. Does that sound familiar? Well, he won. Let's get to it. Baldwin still faces a charge of involuntary manslaughter for the shooting. However, that crime would carry a lesser sentence of 18 months if convicted. The amended complaint was filed late Friday. The charge was also dropped against armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed, who faced the same involuntary manslaughter charge as Baldwin. So that's 2 cases of retroactive laws not being applied. Again, see ATF pistol brace rule. But now let's get this one. This is the actual quote. This is interesting, coming from the prosecutor in New Mexico. Quote, in order to avoid further litigious distractions by Mr. Baldwin and his attorneys, litigious distractions, translation, lawsuits that would get me in trouble because they cross their bounds, the district attorney and the special prosecutor have removed the firearm enhancement to the involuntary manslaughter charges in the death of Halna Hutchins on the Rust film set. Santa Fe District Attorney Mary Colmack Altwies said in a statement, the prosecution's priority is securing justice, not securing billable hours for big city attorneys. In other words, they stepped in it and they know it and they got to say something to save face. But again, this is from a gun control advocate, Alec Baldwin. He said gun control laws that were being used against him were unconstitutional, and the DA dropped them because they were. Last thing, and then we're going to wrap up our day. Baldwin's legal team filed a motion on February 10th arguing that the 5-year gun enhancement didn't apply at the time of the shooting's writing. Quote, the prosecutors committed a basic legal error by charging Mr. Baldwin under a version of the firearm enhancement statute that did not exist on the date of the accident. The accident occurred on October 2021, but the current version of the law did not take effect until May 2022. Now, I wonder what the crossover is there with the ATF when they start trying to implement their rule, and you go, this was actually should be grandfathered in because this has all the earmarks of ownership prior. I wonder when that starts to take effect. Again, because it was unconstitutional. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you wear sunscreen when you go outside in a foreign environment, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.